What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by the Surge T channel. I am Surge T, and tonight I'll be doing my rundown and thoughts on Friday Night Smackdown for the 22nd, oh, not the 22nd, excuse me, is it the 20? Yeah, oh yeah, it's the 22nd of October 2021. And to do a recap of the Universal Championship match from Crown Jewel. And it's so typical, Rev gets knocked out, the Usos attack Lesnar, Reigns uses the belt, and to knock out Lesnar, and he retains the gold. Now let's flash to SmackDown, and Reigns opens the show. The man who never retains his title without the help of his cousins, or Heyman for that matter. I think there was one time maybe that he did it on his own. Now we get a tweet from Brock, and it says, in summation, that when he arrives at SmackDown, he's going to beat Roman Reigns senseless. I hope he does, because Reigns was beat from what I saw in the promo. Because I didn't watch Blood Money. I didn't watch Crown Jewel. And what's up with the piping in of crowd noise? Cheering for Roman to beat on Lesnar? But they boo Reigns, too. So, is WWE just that dense? You got a crowd in Kansas, in Wichita, and y'all still feel the need to pipe in the crowd response. And I'm going to talk about this throughout the show. Throughout my video. What is up with the fucking volume of the crowd being louder than the superstars talking, either backstage or on commentary or in the ring? You can't hear them. I had to turn down the volume while I was watching because the sheer intensity and loudness of the damn crowd was starting to hurt my ears. Like what's WWE doing? How about you turn it down just a tick? Because we don't care about listening to the crowd. We want to listen to what the people are saying in interviews, backstage, or even on commentary. Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, I know why they're doing that, because Reigns isn't as popular like you want him to, right? A cool heel that gets genuine cheers and a pop from them, like it doesn't really sound like it really is anything but the piping in of crowd noise. And then this asshole crowd chants for Lesnar after they cheered when Roman said who wants to see him beat or smash him. Like, these crowds suck. Like, they just want to be there and they want to be cool. So let's do opposite of what is expected. Let's cheer for the heel is Roman Reigns. He's saying, do you want me to beat up on Brock Lesnar? Ah! Cheering. And then when Brock comes out, they cheer. Like, didn't you just cheer for wanting Brock to get his ass beat? Like, what is wrong with you people? And then Lesnar does what he said, and he destroys Reigns. And I'm glad, because Reigns sucks. And I am tired of his reign as Universal Champion. And it continues only because of interference from his cousins, who interfere here, and Lesnar fucks them up too. They come down to the ringside, and Lesnar said, fuck y'all. You ain't gonna interfere in my shit no more like you did at Crown Jewel. And he fucked them up. Threw him over the barricade, threw him all over the damn place, throwing Jimmy or Jay, whoever it was, shoulder first into the ring pole. Looked like he may have fucked up his shoulder. And then officials and superstars get the same treatment as they come out. And then Lesnar just stands tall in the ring, and he has a title raised over his head, which should have happened at Crown Jewel. And here I am, and I'm saying, sit down, stupid, when it comes to Pat McAfee. And he annoys me. He totally annoys me. But I got to tell you, throughout the rest of this thing, he didn't go overboard in his tone. Like he's acting like a guy who's happy to be there kind of thing. And his voice being all gruff and forcing out excitement when he should just be excited naturally. Someone probably taught him. Maybe I am being listened to by WWE. Maybe other people who complain about how he commentates were being listened to. I can only think. It's kind of funny after I do make a complaint or something changes. I'm not saying I'm that special. I got a small channel. Nobody hardly watches my videos. But for those of you who do, I thank you very much. Thank you, because I do notice a consistent numbers, even though it's way, way low. But hey, I'm getting an audience, whatever. But Adam Pearce, Like, what did he expect after what transpired at Crown Fool? I like to call it Crown Fool. What else was Brock gonna do, right? He was being egged on by by Roman Reigns, and of course, what happens? He gets suspended indefinitely. Of course, that's going to happen. Gee, like we didn't expect that to happen. And then Brock comes down, and I'm like, beat his ass, Brock. It's like, and you look at what's his name? He was so overconfident and over like he was just like, yeah, I'm passing this down, just judgment on on Brock Lesnar. He endangered superstars and officials and even the WWE universe. And I'm thinking, how the fuck was the WWE universe in attendance? What do you call it? How were they in danger? You know, Brock didn't throw them over the barricade into the crowd. He threw them over the barricade right where the timekeeper was. How about you? You mentioned the timekeeper, the poor timekeeper, the poor thing. Maybe the ring announcer was sitting there too. They probably almost got they got became collateral damage because Jimmy Uso was going over that barricade into their area. And then Pierce, he gets F5'd not once. Brock Lesnar turns around and does it again, and he said, "How about you again? Tell me what you said to the crowd. You tell it to my face that I'm suspended indefinitely." The first time he did it, he's like, actually before he did it, he's like, he has his hand up on his wrist, and it's on his neck, and he's tightening the damn tie and all that stuff, and you can hear nothing but a whisper, a strangled whisper from Adam Pearce, "You're suspended definitely," And then when he does an F5 on him, and then he goes, and then he does the second one, he's like, "Say it again." And he puts the mic in his face and just rubs the mic on his face and just throws it down. Yeah. And that was a really actually a good segment. I liked how it built, and I liked the ending. And tell you, man, Brock Lesnar, he is convincing as a badass. Well, he is a badass. I'm not gonna say he has to convince us, but he knows how to command the room. He knows how to dish out punishment, and I guess you got to give it to everybody else there because they were able to take it. And it was actually good. This is probably the only thing I enjoyed on SmackDown, and actually made it watchable. But the saga of Naomi and Sonya continue. It's like, boo. Enough of this who gives a shit feud. Like, because it looks forced. Like, you see Naomi, and right away Sonya's like, I don't have time to talk to you. I don't have to. And I'm going, okay, what is the basis of this fucking annoying ass who gives a shit feud? Where does it go back to? Did Naomi actually, knock out? Is she the one that caused Sonya Deville to be away from wrestling for a bit? Is there something there? I don't know. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? That's why I don't give a fuck. It looks like it's forced. Like they just want to have a rivalry or a feud, so let's just force these two into a feud. And I hate seeing Naomi. I love Naomi. I don't want to see her in this who gives a shit, no going nowhere feud. Move her on already and have her feud with somebody else and have a decent run again. And like I said earlier, man, the crowd is too loud. I can't hear the superstars talk backstage or on commentary. I'm like, turn it down, WWE. It's deafening. Seriously deafening. Like, you can't hear, right? You can't hear the superstars or anybody talking, so you turn it up, right? Because you want to hear them, but then what does that do? The already loud sound and the turned up volume of the crowd is like, and you can tell it's not the crowd in the audience that's being loud. It's they're piped in crowd noises which are doing it. That's what's doing it. And then it's still going on as Drew McIntyre is issuing an open challenge. And then Drew McIntyre goes, enough of this BS. Who wants to see a match already? And I'm like, I couldn't agree more there, Drew. It's just like, yeah, fuck the talking and let's get to the action. And then Sammy comes out. Oh, please announce someone else, Zayn. Hopefully he's there to talk to someone else. Oh, no, it's not me. It's this person, But no. And then somebody's funny because no one cares. And then Drew even rolls his eyes. He smiles. Oh, this guy. But he even rolled his eyes. And then the match is on. It's made official. We hear the bell. A little bit here, a little bit there. Fast forwarded through it because I really don't give a fuck. And then we see a Claymore is served to Zayn, and he ate the whole thing. and McIntyre wins the match. Why is it that he makes his first thing and then he has to take on that what do you call it? You know, Mr. Conspiracy Theory. How long was he, continually talking about a conspiracy theory when he said that KO is the conspiracy and that if I beat him, it's over. And didn't he like beat him, but then it wasn't over? It's like they had nothing for Sami Zayn, so let's just continue, you know, droning that on. A Hit Row debuts next. They're going to be coming up, but a king is to be crowned, and the court jester Kofi comes out first. Perfect title for him because he is a clown. And then they say it's Wood's childhood dream to become king, and I guess hopefully they mean it's based off of the beginning of the tournament's history. With the greats. I said this before, but with the great kings like Bret Hart and Stone Cold and Owen, even Jerry Lawler was a king of the ring as well. Hopefully it's that and not the recent history. But he did say as a child, so as a child it would definitely be these guys that I just mentioned. And then we see that the clown show will continue, even though it has the addition of the King of the Ring title for Woods. I look at Woods, and for 1 second I looked at him and I said, he'd make a great heel. Because I've seen him as a heel in TNA. I've seen him there, and I've seen him, and he does good work. And there's rumors that he may turn on Kofi. And pretty much sticking the fork in the, in the whole existence of New Day. But then where would these guys be if New Day doesn't exist, right? Big E's doing well. He's WWE champion, of course. He is making things happen. But where's Kofi going to be at? Where's the Woods? I don't know. But now he beat Ali, Mansoor did, at Crown Jewel. And why oh why? Like, why does anybody care? Why is it that they're gonna do the mandatory rematch, a match that they have to have a rematch for, and then he takes on Ali, and then what does he do? He beats him like he did at Crown Jewel, and Ali is a bona fide loser. The guy is talented in the ring, but they don't give a fuck, and they're gonna keep making him look like an idiot in the ring. The guy can go. What is up with that, WWE? I know everybody can't be pushed, and everybody can't be put in the main event picture or even the top mid card, but the guy, before he got injured, and then of course we know that Kofi took his place, and then Kofi went on for Kofi Mania and become WWE champion. I think they were gonna plan that with with Ali, and I think that would have worked because at that point of time before he got injured, he was doing good. He was money. Everybody was into him. Everybody loved what he was doing, and he was actually doing some things. And then I think that what killed him was when he led that shit group. What's it name? Retribution. What is that? Retribution. Is it Retribution? I see. It's just so bad that I erased it like a damn. What do you call it? Like a bad episode in my life. I don't know why you say that, but it's just like I erased it like a bad memory. I'm trying to remember what was their name. Retribution, whatever. But now let's move on. Now Xia Li, she's coming, and I can't wait. And then we see Ridge Holland talk, and we see Aaliyah talk, and they're coming over from NXT as well. And I have hopes for all three of them. I was beginning to like Aaliyah. She was coming into her own in NXT. So hopefully they do well. She says she's going to, give SmackDown a makeover. She's a beautiful girl. She's really talented, and I think she can. And hopefully she's going to be a babyface because that's what she was on. Well, she was actually, I think she turned into one because you turned her back on the Robert Stone brand and Frankie Monet and what do you call it? Jessica Maya and Robert Stone. But Ridge Holland, those of you who watch NXT, you know his history, you know what he can do. He's gonna kick some asses, so hopefully. But Hit Row is walking down that aisle, and are telling us who they are. I know who they are, and they could be money if booked correctly. And this is a thing, man, where I'm having an issue with the damn volume of the damn music and the crowd and everything. And I'm like thinking, why the fuck is the music still playing as they are talking? It's drowning them out. I heard what they said, but still, I gotta listen to that damn music. Doesn't it usually that they turn it off when they're talking? So are they already off to a bad start because WWE doesn't give a fuck, the main roster? So who cares if we turn the music off and let them be the focus of the attention at this moment, you know? We want to hear what they're saying, clearly. I heard what they're saying, but, you know. And then in the tag team match, it's Swerve and Top Dollar teaming up, and they take on the certifiable jobbers. I don't know their names. And they're handled quick style, and the Rogue gets that job done. And they win the match. And they look good, and I'm glad that they're here, and they actually do look like they're at home on the blue brand. And hopefully, like I said, please WWE, book them correctly, because you got an amazing quartet there. They could do their thing. So please let them do their thing. And Sonya Deville looks like she's looking to take over because Pierce is out. He's injured, Adam Pierce, and is this the way that they are going to shoehorn the storyline of her abusing her power? There's been rumors that that's going to happen, and then she's going to get fired, and then she'll return to becoming a in-ring talent. And maybe that's what she should do because she was getting better in the ring. Along with Mandy Rose, they were actually improving, both of them, before she, I guess, got injured, and then she was gone for a while, and then they figured, okay, we're going to bring her back as an official. I think that's a good way for some people who maybe need work on their commentary, or not commentary, but their what do you call that? Mic skills and all that stuff. Put them as a official, and they can either be a really good official, and except that they're a good person, they want to help people out, or they could be the biggest heel and work on being a heel, and then that could kind of a heel and official, and then that can kind of go over into their personality as a wrestler. But now, up next is Nakamura versus Sappy Corbin. And in his corner, I'm sure, will be Bottle Cap. You know why I say that? It's a corny alternate name that I have for him, but because I don't give a fuck. I could call him fucking goddamn, I can call him some, what do you call it? Box Top. I can call him something like that because I don't care. And then old Sappy wins, and ho hum, this was boring. It's so stupid. They suck. This is the dumbest that they've ever. This is the. I thought they were gonna build him up, Corbin. I guess they're not. This silly thing, this silly gimmick. And then even what do you call it? What's his name? See, because they called him Madcap. I forgot his fucking name. His partner. The guy's money too. That guy could easily be a great heel. Both these guys, serious heels. They can take over the tag team division or take over, and they got him in this dumb thing. And then now the Women's Championship title exchange. So does this mean like last year with New Day and the Street Profits, it's going to count as a title win? And Charlotte, is she going to now be a 16-time champ? Or is it on to 16 now? Last time I heard it was 15 times since she's been a champion. And I read that Charlotte was legit not pleased. Okay, I read something on Twitter, and either was Becky, and I'm thinking, is this a storyline or is it real that they did not like this? I mean, Charlotte even was reported as saying she didn't want to look weak. Because, yeah, if you just give a title over and then get another one, I mean, I don't know what she meant by weak. Maybe that's what she meant, because it's just like she didn't legitly win, or she's going to lose another title because she's giving it to somebody else, but she is gaining another one, right? And then speaking of weak, I noticed, I understand what's going on in Saudi Arabia, but the women are still having to wear clothes that covers any bare skin, because heaven forbid that these people see skin. It's so archaic. In WWE, I know, and the women there, the women's movement and all that stuff, don't they got an issue with that they don't want to treat women equally and they want to see them all covered up? What's going to happen? Are their eyes going to burn if they see skin? They don't even let them show a forearm. I don't look carefully, but did they have gloves on? I'm surprised you don't have a habib on, and their eyes are only showing. A hijab, what do you want to call that? Hijab, whatever you want to call that. Only their eyes showing, as they wrestle. You might as well put them in masks, I don't like it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's why I didn't watch this damn thing. Again, I've seen previews of, they're showing a little bit of here and there matches, and I see that royal family thing, and I seen one of them just going like, looking like this, looking off to the side. Yeah, the money must be good. Just keep giving us money, WWE and Vince McMahon. I'm not gonna care about what's in the ring. But like I said, everybody in the crowd, they're popping, right? Everybody in Saudi Arabia are loving it, and they're one of the best crowds. And I heard this was a great, event. But I didn't watch it because of that. Old blood money. That's what it's called. That's what I want to call it. That's because that's what everybody's calling it, and I agree. But here's the thing: why exchange belts? The belts, How about if a champion is drafted, they don't surrender the belt? Because that would be more of a risk, right? And reason no one who is a champ doesn't want to be drafted. Like, they're like this, and then they know that if you're drafted, the title you will relinquish the title, and it's going to go up, and it's going to go up for grabs in a tournament or a fatal four or whatever. So like I said, how about the world champions? Don't be any of the champions really, or just maybe just the world champions, including the women's champions, don't get drafted. And then after that, a little bit here, a little bit there. They refused to. Charlotte was like not refused. She was refusing not to give the belts, kind of playing like with Becky, and then she drops it on the ground. Sonya Deville tells her to pick it up, and then she throws it at Becky. Becky throws her belt at thing, right? And then Charlotte's like, suggesting, how about a winner take all match? But Sasha comes out. She was doing a lot of little hip swiveling, more than she does. She does that little thing with her hips, and she was really, really, really like twisting them hips. And I'm not complaining. I like what I see when it comes to Sasha. But she came out and she was all confident and all just wanted to just talk and let her voice be heard. And she proclaims she runs the show. Hey, you're new here, there, Charlotte, and you think you're running things. And then they're jabbering. They're like jaw jacking it, and Becky goes, "Yeah, well, if you guys figure this out, I'm gonna go now. You guys figure this out, and I'll meet whoever at Survivor Series. We know at Survivor Series we have champion versus champion, but I honestly think at Survivor Series they should have a title versus title for title match. And I'm always saying it, and I know a lot of people say it: one woman's champion. That way you can eliminate this horseshit. Like, it really is weak of WWE. They really want to continue to just make the title less and less significant. A title that, just, there you go. Give me yours. Because we're on different brands. And then they count it as a, what do you call it? As a title change, a title win. And they add that to your number of wins, titles that you've won. It's ridiculous. Why the hell are you doing that? Why do you exchange belts and then that counts as a title win? So now Charlotte is a 16-time champion, if I'm not mistaken, because the last time I heard it was 15 times. But then again, these guys fudge the numbers all the time. They don't only count. At one time with Charlotte, they were counting her tag team title reign and her NXT title reign, and then they decided to remove both those and only make her a 12-time or 13-time champion, whatever many times that, old Miss Handout is, like, I didn't hate SmackDown. They actually did put out something good, a post Crown Jewel match. Crown Jewel event, and they did actually decent. I liked the opening segment. Brock Lesnar is a goddamn beast. Excuse me, my lord, I didn't mean to use your name in vain there. But, And then the women's exchange thing, it was what it was. And I don't agree with it, but whatever. That's WWE's gonna do that, And then the other stuff that happened, passable. I skipped the sappy Corbin match with Nakamura, and, you know what I mean? But at least they, like I said, with the whole Brock Lesnar thing, actually made it watchable, and I actually made the SmackDown, at least decent. Because without that opening segment, I wouldn't have liked SmackDown. SmackDown's picking it up a little bit. Keep the momentum going, SmackDown, or else, or else you're just gonna keep reminding me of of Raw. Anyway, I'm babbling on. Here I go again. But anyway, that's my video. So, for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it again, like I said. And in closing, as always, take care.